The underground has lost its creativity. The problem with paying homage. Now there's a graceful and a right way to pay homage, but then there is just a lot of artists who think paying homage is simply doing what has already been done to the exact T. Like we just listened to with Apollo Red, with that project, with that cover art. Skywater, like, it's getting to a point, bro. It's getting to a point, bro. It is getting to a point. And let's see what Duty's talking about.
Like homage with the underground scene has lost its whole meaning. It doesn't seem
1000%.
anymore. It kind of seems like vague. And I don't
homage is the new word for a theft. That's what it means.
Homage. You're just copying someone else's style instead of adding your own flavor or your own voice.
Who would you say paid homage without DTM? What does DTM mean? DTM. I don't know what DTM is, but who paid homage? I guess. Who would you say paid homage? Who paid homage? I guess. Without doing too much. I think like Uzi, like for the Lil Uzi Vert versus the World cover art. I think that was perfect. That's a Scott Pilgrim influence. He put his swag on it. He put Britney on top of his head. Boom, boom, boom. That was dope. Cardi with the Dialit cover art. That was dope. Right? That was a reference towards like punk culture. Same thing with like the Slash Mag. What Cardi did with Whole Lotta Red, I thought that was super, super dope. Ye had, Condo on My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. They kind of came together. They did it really, really boom. Uzi Barter 16. Yeah, Uzi did it for sure on Barter 16.
Some artists are just mimicking a blueprint that's already out.
Yeah, 2025 is burnt, bro.
There. But it becomes a problem.
Paying homage means putting your own spin on it. Yeah, like you could see where it's from, but you can identify it towards the person who's doing it, right? You could see the identity within it. That's obviously it's influence, but then like, oh, this is his swag. He put his own.
A lot of y'all wonder why these artists get so much hate at times, or
so you have to have your own image before you take homage.
And it seems we always
Che
say,
Che did it dope with Crystal Castle.
That's unique. Hopefully somebody brings something new to the table, right? That's the conversation right now. But when you're a copy of somebody else, it's
why is Duty wearing the Weeknd merch? Talking about Abel across his face.
Everybody can see it. Especially that line, it can stunt your growth as an artist. If you don't develop your own sound, your own way, your own lane, or kind of morph into a different artist where you're not doing that stuff anymore, you can get lost. And you might get stuck in somebody else's shadow. That happens a lot. It's never a bad thing to look up to a person. Paying some homage, whatever, special honor, just giving props to somebody.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with like, looking up to people. Obviously, everybody's influenced by somebody. But there's a right way to do it, in my opinion.
Constantly doing it over and over for the wrong reason. Engagement based.
Just a marketing tactic,
into this shit too. But you have people that's purposely copying something.
Unoriginal, uninspired. You're not. That just doesn't show me that you're a student of the game.
From the past,
I don't get it.
Cardi or Uzi. If it's not them two, then it might be passed down to guys like Ken. Yeet, Lone.
Ken has had original covers, Lone too.
Whatever it may be.
Like Lone did it pretty cool too with like the Illicit Kill movie.
Something
I thought that was dope.
Paying homage or whatever, right? They see them clicks, they see
the year of homage for sure,
and act like they didn't tease that shit. Whenever that day comes, I change the whole cover art. Now
exactly, I agree.
They just forget about the whole thing. I'm taking all these clicks before I actually release the real album. They not even paying homage. They want some conversation. They want engagement.
This is the funniest one, though. This is the funniest one. I was crying when I seen this image, bro. I posted this on Twitter like a couple months ago. This is the funniest one. Because who the hell is this, bro? Who's this? We got Lucky paying homage to Lone, bro. This is crazy.
Promo tactics that people are using. Like, people
funny for that, bro.
See through this shit now. And the reason I'm saying is because I want the culture to move forward too. If you want these guys to grow, stay around for a long time.
You got Woo Wop paying homage to Lone.
And it became this promo tactic that people are using. Like people can easily see through this shit now. And the reason I'm saying is because I want the culture to move forward too. If you want these guys to grow, stay around for a long time, they should find ways to truly make that homage their own instead of doing a one-on-one.
Yeah, and I always say it, right? Like you're an artist, right? Your music is your art. Your music is, how you present yourself and how you see the world and your thoughts on boom, 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 right? And you're like bringing people into your lifestyle and into your world. How does ripping somebody's cover art that's supposed to represent their music align with your work? It just doesn't, bro. It's just like, I don't get
and
that.
It might just give you a better.
I don't get it, bro.
Remember, when you pay homage, it's just respect. Give it
I
a
don't
nod
get
to
it,
someone
bro.
you respect. That's it. Maybe you sample a beat. Some people use a similar flow. You might reference a classic line throughout the track. But I've seen Pretty Fun speak about this before. Some people not even doing their own twist or bringing their own spin to the shit.
I think it's just
They're
lazy,
flat out
uninspired
doing it and
people.
calling it homage. But it gets to a point you're not really doing anything yourself. You're going into somebody else's shadow and blocking yourself off. Like,
talk to him, duty.
When people calling this shit a method now, they're not even actually paying homage anymore. Yes, there are some people out there. I can't really speak for everybody. I can't tell what their true intentions are. But it's a method now.
I was about to hop on Twitter, tweet, stop paying homage.
Artists are using.
Yes, there's tasteful ways to do it. Just people are taking the sauce and not adding to it. Yes.
Don't come off as you trying to be creative. Man, that shit is plagiarism. Nobody's saying you can't like it.
So do you for sure think Osama ruined it? I think 9 took it to the max, bro. Osama definitely was one who like kind of like had a lot of people on like, okay, it's that one, it's that one. All right, but 9 just took it to the moon.
We're just saying, can we push towards something more original? That's
like Prince, Tupac, like come
that's
on.
fine. You didn't see what got
Man, watch out.
Lucky, but at least it was a little different. You're going back 30 years. 20 years.
Yeah, that's cool. Because that's doing a deep dive into the history. Like the /mag ref on Whole Lotta Red was sick. Because you really like, Opium Baby was really digging through the files and really going into, the punk days and really, bringing that with a modern, obviously you threw Cardi on there, but like that's how you do it.
That people haven't heard
that's
about
how you do
in
it, bro.
years.
I thought that was dope.
From different genres, and even though it's not really new, it's just new to our generation because we didn't experience no shit like that unless you've been tapped in. You can watch some movies. You can do something. I know it's not that bad. So it may be homage, right? But they're doing it for the raw intentions now, bro. Shout out Skywater. Shout out Apollo Red. Shout out to all them artists.
But when Osama Son did it, Flex Music is a cover of him in a studio holding a wad of money, so it makes sense. Yeah, that's a fact. I mean, that, made sense in terms of the cover. It's like Flex Music, That made sense with the speakers and the money. That makes sense. But, like, yeah, what the hell? Does Apollo Red even know who Scott Pilgrim is?
Out there, man.
Like, does he really, bro?
But I am pushing for people trying to be more original in this.
Like, the Scott Pilgrim ref was so dope.
Apollo, that shit not from Uzi, bro. That's Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah, just said it.
Trendy. The guy that made a lane for this shit, who made it known to even copy Scott Pilgrim cover art, was Uzi. And people think it's just a cover art. If you look at the name of the songs, he got a song called P's and Q's on here, gang. He also got a song called Exo Tour Life. Like, I get it, but like,
Paula read this?
Damn. When do we not see a guy that's not paying homage? I just seen somebody copy Osama Son for promo. I just seen a Method Scene clone. I just seen a nigga wearing a wig, long nails, on purpose, on his TikToks, just so he can get some engagement. I'm seeing people take it lower.
Y'all seen the dudes from Atlanta pop it on skirts for promo?
I be in Che now. Right now we having this whole cover art thing. People are just recreating shit. Like I told y'all, it's plagiarism now. You have underground rappers that think this is the way to blow up now. When they see all these other artists do this shit, so-called paying homage, they're gonna be like, oh, bro, that gets the clip.
If people are doing that to like blow up, then that question's like, why are you an artist? Like, why are you making music? If you're trying to, pull this to try to blow up, like, why? I feel like you should be so intentional with your like art, and you should be so like so deep and so personal to where that's I think how you should do it, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Thing. We start liking bro music. He do the same shit, and it just recycles over and over, and it becomes a constant thing of just blatantly copying something, flat out plagiarism, and calling it homage. Like, how long are we gonna keep saying, "Oh, that's just playing homage"? Oh, yeah, it's cool. It's just.
Samsung been patched, y'all, as blogs and people with influence need to stop giving these cornballs attention.
We're gonna keep saying that for everybody. Right now, we have this weird wave that's trying to bring everything back. Everybody want to go backwards. Nobody want to try something new. It seems a little stagnant, a little stuck. The music is there for some people. Yeah, most definitely. I do enjoy the scene. I'm not saying it's bad at all, but there's a few things we can work on, man.
And I think Duty said it perfect. The music's still fire. Like, there's a lot. I think the music is great within the 2025 underground. Like, the 2025 underground is killing it. We're in a great year for underground. But yeah, this just wave of like paying homage is so corny.
Difference. If your whole thing is somebody else's thing,
be an artist, bro.
For yourself, then what is that? What do you even tell people in interviews? It comes off as corny and lazy. You want to make your own lane. You want to make something that stamps for people, something that people can remember and look back on. It was cool at first when people were just taking little bits and pieces and making their own shit, kind of doing a little spin off of it, but we're not even doing that no more.
Yeah,
we're just flat out copying some shit and calling
straight up robbing.
And that's the problem with the underground. We recycle the next thing a little too fast. If you're going to go into a lane and try to branch out a little bit by doing your own spin off to it, that's fine. That's okay. That makes more sense.
Or you got to bring that swag or like what you saw from that era or that moment in history and put your own spin. Same thing goes back to the /mag reference for, Cardi. That was a moment within the punk culture. Cardi's obviously, trying to recreate that. It was obviously rooted all over the Whole Lotta Red album. So that was a perfect way of, implementing into his own.
Osama's son. You can easily
bringing
tell
that swag
Osama's son
into
is
what you're
inspired
trying
by.
to
You can see
recreate.
what lane he's going into with his shit. A lot of people say he's kind of in that shadow of Ken Carson and Cardi. Aesthetic wise, Cardi. Sound wise, distortion, not particularly the vocals.
Che did it best though.
Not at all.
In the new era.
Ken Carson, but that lane in particular, that whole.
Okay, yeah. Let's step away from the negative stuff. Who do you guys think paid homage correctly within 2025? I do think Che did his thing. I'm not mad at Che because obviously there was the whole lot of red inspo, but then on Rest and Bass there was that Che swag to it, which I completely agree and I can completely see. Which I tip my hat to Che. Say So Says in Rest and Bass, yeah. Net, what did Net do? Does Net be paying? I don't really see Net be paying like homage or like doing that type of stuff. I'd say Che is definitely like the number one person who did it in my opinion.
Shit, that's Ken's shit right now. He's popping with it.
Che did because he went to the max, did the pun aesthetic to the max. Yeah, I agree.
For him. It's not saying that he's not going.
I agree.
I love Osama's son music.
It's just not
like
an image. He really like, he really dove deep for that.
And of course, his sound in particular doesn't fully give off Uzi. It's what he's going for. You can tell with the image, the beats and stuff like that, the tropical sounds, that fun, carefree music, that sound, that 2016. Maybe I'm just yapping, but look at his art style.
I seen the
on his cover art.
I've seen the new Chasing the
He's bringing back the whole thing of creating a character, an art style.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope.
Pilgrim. He did a whole spin-off
that's
of that shit.
That's
made
pretty
his own
swag.
art wave. It's
that's
still
dope.
Expo or so-called paying homage, but you're not fully just ripping off some shit. He could still have a story. He could say, "Oh, what? I developed my own shit. Yeah, I was inspired from bro, but he made me do this." I know a lot of people that can say that right now, but I know a lot of people who can't say that right now. Japan is bringing back things from different cultures, using gospels in his songs and shit like that.
Yeah,
but
that's
we
hard.
can still tell he's somewhat inspired by a Lone or somebody, a Ye. It's not a thing where he's trying to get engagement out the shit though. He's not making his full cover art something that we already seen. He's not.
It's paying homage. It's like paying homage. Like it's like actually paying homage, like paying your respect, to what's been done before, and like showing like, yo, this put me in this mindset, so I'm bringing and putting my swag.
It's already there, you can tell, but it's not too much. But now we're getting to a point where people are using to promote themselves, and then when you see the hate,
which doesn't align with people's image or aesthetic or
anything
anything
like that. He did it from the past. That guy did it from the past. I think the major difference to why people don't really give a fuck when Uzi, Lucky, or Cardi did it is because they had their own original story before they just went into some shit. Like Uzi, we knew who Uzi was before he went into Barter 16. That's why it didn't come off as corny. But some people were still calling it corny because we like, damn nigga, we just had Thug not too long ago. What you doing,
that's
man?
fire. That's at the airport.
Some people thought that's the reason why he scrapped it, but it was just due to leaks, to be honest with you. Same thing with Cardi. People knew who Cardi was. He had his own swag. He inspired millions of people before he just went into Dedication 3 or whatever the fuck. He didn't base his whole career off of copying somebody else. But people do got a valid point when they bring up Lucky because, the Sosa cover art, that's understandable. Even Freeway 3, that was from DMX. It's not people picking and choosing. Y'all just making it seem that
Cardi didn't have a label. Who do you think would be the tour guest?
Niggas just keeping it real. Homage just turned into a gimmick now. We let homage turn into a gimmick. We don't even genuinely use this shit no more. I'm not finna say who ain't looking up to some shit. Nigga, nowadays you can barely tell the difference with some of these artists. They go straight into copying a nigga. Yes, I do enjoy the music. I'm not saying that these artists are bad at all. The music videos I'm playing in the background are just videos in the background. That's it. It's nothing deeper than that. I'm not trying to bash anybody or what they got going on because they're great artists. But I'm speaking in general. That whole homage shit is getting old. It's getting oversaturated. It's okay to look up to some, but at least try some a little different, man. Why nobody trying to have their own story? And if this don't apply to you, it don't apply to you. It's okay. But what I'm saying is that there are artists out there that are influenced by the people that's doing this shit and are thinking that it's okay to do it over and over, and it becomes oversaturated. And we have people not even making their own careers for themselves. They're just blatantly copying some shit, blowing up with it, and then they wonder why people don't tap in no more, or why they getting called a copy or a clone. You didn't took bro whole swag. You didn't have anything different. You don't bring anything new to the table, so you gotta expect that hate. Because there's always gonna be a thing.
That's a crazy TikTok, bro.
New to the table. Or clone. You didn't took bro whole swag. You didn't have.
That's crazy because they dead look so similar
to the table. So you gotta expect that hate. But there's always gonna be a thing.
Yeah, we rock to the policy.
It's never gonna stop. To be honest with you, people gonna always have inspo. That's a normal thing. This is how the industry.
Yeah, there's
works.
nothing wrong with
all I'm saying is that this is the reason why people get hate. This is why you see a tweet here and there like, damn, bro, this homage shit getting old, bro. Oh my god, he's copying this, copying that. When you see it repeatedly, you gonna say something eventually. But shout out to the people that's doing it and doing it right too. This ain't no hate towards nobody. Y'all keep doing y'all thing, man. I'm rooting for the underground. I push this shit all the time, bro. I feel like the underground scene is getting more diverse, if anything, too. Even though we do have our problems, I feel like the scene is growing. This bubble is getting big, man. And I also want to tell y'all, keep going, bro. If you in this underground shit, you making a name for yourself, no matter if you big or not, bro, keep doing your thing, man. Because all this shit is just music, man. But y'all, I'm done trying to make sure y'all
great video. Great video.
Y'all so much. I stay blessed.
Great Peace. Video. Great duty video, bro. Great video. Great video, bro. Great duty video, bro. I completely agree with. Dude, he said it perfectly. He said it so perfectly.